Tonight, we've got David Leech speaking about Jurassic World 4. We've got some a potential composer maybe lined up. Who knows? And we're going to talk about some chaos theory info. I am Brad Jost, and this is Let's Talk Jurassic. Welcome back, everybody, to another Let's Talk Jurassic, your weekly live stream here from the Jurassic Park Podcast. Thank you so much to all the returning viewers out there. If you're in the chat, I appreciate you all. If you're new here, welcome. Say something in the chat. I'd really appreciate it. If you're lurking out there, again, say something in the chat. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, let's see who's here in the chat here tonight. We've got Nikolai here. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. We are back. Cretaceous Dave in the chat tonight. How's it going, dude? We've got Jurassic Souls. Hi. We've got Spinorex123. Good evening, y'all. And yeah, Dave, 16 days. Not that you're counting. 16 days. Is that what it is? Man, I got a lot of work to do. Spinorex, I already said you, but hey, what's up again? Jurassic KM just got here in the nick of time. Yeah, you did. You made it. Let's see here. We got the Mesozoic Mind. Hello. I like your picture. Steve, what's up? Heyo, Steve's here. Yaroslav here. And I was gonna give you a shout out too for the for the potential composer news. Yeah. We've got Jurassic Souls with the super chat. As always, thank you so much. Still thinking about Suchomimus. What dinosaur are you excited to see in Chaos Theory? Well, here's the thing. I can't talk about it. All right, I'm not allowed to talk about it. If you catch my drift. I'm not gonna officially comment on Chaos Theory. So I will talk about it because we do have some news and stuff to talk about in terms of Chaos Theory, but I will not comment on it myself because I can't. All right, so that's it. But we got yeah, can't wait for Chaos Theory. We got Locked on Golf here. What's up? How you doing? Don't answer. Don't answer. I'm not going to answer. Can't answer. Gasp. I mean, did I shout you out, Dave? Hey, what's up, Dave? How's it going, dude? Good to have you here. I mean, y'all are saying it, so... yeah, hyped for the potential news. You've beaten me to the punch. All right, so let's get into our first. What are we doing? Let's just showcase the website real quick. We've got our latest episode out on the feeds right now. I've got like a hair on my beard that's like really annoying me. It's What to Expect from Jurassic World Chaos Theory with myself, Tom Jurassic, and Cretaceous Dave. The one and only Cretaceous Dave in the chat. The one that's saying don't answer. Why is it down there? It's supposed to be up here. Yeah, Cretaceous Dave on the episode this week. So please go check out that episode where you'll hear all of my thoughts on Chaos Theory because I was able to talk about them at that point. So we talked about Chaos Theory. There was also a lot of people that called in, or not called in, but wrote in on social media and let us know their thoughts. So I read out those as well. It was a really fun episode, so please go check that one out. And yeah, there will be more Chaos Theory episodes in the future. Sounds like somebody finally called your boy. I mean, not to the extent that they need to, but I mean, yeah, kind of. But so yeah, that's our website. Go check it out, JurassicParkPodcast.com. Listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those places. And yeah, and then there's last week's live stream. But all right, so let's move on to this week's news, which is going to be what are we talking about here? We are going to be talking about new film. Let's go over to the new film. So, wow, there we go. The new Jurassic World film, whatever this movie is, Jurassic World 4, I guess. Let's just call it that. Fall Guy director David Leech, is that how you say that? I don't know. Talks about why he left Jurassic World reboot. So I just grabbed it from Geek Tyrant here. He was on Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, I believe. There always is so many great people on that podcast, and they're always saying such great things. So he talked a little bit about his recent departure, it says here, and it says, "We have the privilege of choice, and that's daunting." And it's true, though. We've kind of earned it in terms of movies that we've made and the successes we've had and hopefully continued successes. But to be asked to be in those worlds, you want to take those conversations seriously. And we are creative. We are creative to find... Is that what? And we are creative to find our ways in a lot of things. So it was really great conversation to have, to be in talks with Steven and Frank about that franchise that is so dear to us. It was a really beautiful time. So I believe he's talking about, I forget his wife's name, who is also a producing partner with him on 87 North, I believe, was the production company. So I guess they've made a lot of good stuff, and they're looking for ways to do things creatively, but they love their conversations with Steven and Frank, but it didn't necessarily work out. So he continued here. Ultimately, you have to do what's best for the movie at hand and do what's best for you as an artist and make sure that you're making the same movie. And you could do it within the parameters. And at some point we just said we wanted to give that answer quickly because half of these statements don't make any sense to me. I know I'm bad at reading, but I'm also not that bad, I don't think. We wanted to give that answer quickly because they have to go make this movie quickly that everyone is excited to see, and I think that they've landed on, obviously, a brilliant director who we love and respect. It's going to be amazing. Awesome. So, was there anything else? I don't believe so. But yeah, so they wanted to do what was best for the movie and what's best for you as an artist, and make sure that you're making the same movie. So I think that they want to do... Again, I'm trying to figure out what exactly he's talking about. Obviously, we heard a lot about... the rushed time frame and the run and gun kind of director that they just wanted somebody to do what they wanted done. The movie's ready to be shot and just do it, So it just sounds like you wanted to be on the same page, really. That's what I'm getting from this. It sounds like David wants to be on the same page as the studio and as the movie that they're making. They want it to be the right movie, and it just didn't seem like that was going to be the case. So I don't know. It's again, I'm getting a little worried that again, we're going to be tiptoeing that it's going to be too rushed. It's going to be too this or that. So I felt like I was kind of settled on that for a little bit. But now it seems like it's picking back up again, that we're maybe going to be a little too rushed. But he says it's going to be amazing. And maybe there was something else in there logistically that he just didn't want to do, or wasn't in, I don't know. Maybe it was something else completely within those parameters that he just didn't want to give it a go. But yeah, that's it. So you want to do what's best for the movie. And I see here that you see on the side there, you've got James Gunn shares his first look at Superman. And we've got Superman in the outfit there, right? And that movie comes out, what? Or was it a week after or a week before? I forget what it was. I think it was a week after. I'm still wondering if we're going to hit that date. I assume they're going to try to stick with that date. But man, it all feels like so fast. And I hope Gareth Edwards is able to give the movie everything he's got, at least. And not have to fit within some sort of parameter that David couldn't fit within. But we'll see. And I was wondering, I wanted to talk about that too, because what was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, the new movie. And we are in May right now as we're recording this and talking about this, and we've gotten like next to nothing, right? We had a flurry of information about writing and potential director, and then potential casting, potential director again, and more casting, but nothing truly official since that, like, July. Was it July? Now I'm like totally lost. I forget. Was it July 2nd or something? I forget what was it. What was the date? I don't remember. But whatever the date was that they settled on for this movie, I think it said 2nd in here. Yeah, July 2nd, 2025. So that was like the only official thing we got. So I'm just sitting here waiting for something official. And I'm wondering if we're going to go another month here without any information. Every day I keep checking all the trades and different things and just wondering, like, are we going to get any kind of more casting news or anything else? But I'm going to guess that maybe a lot of the stuff we've heard is true, right? About the different casting, Coleman Domingo, the guy from Wicked, Jonathan, I can't remember his last name, Scarlett Johansson, maybe Dev Patel, and was there anybody else? I forget. But all these people, obviously Gareth Edwards, like official confirmation. Maybe we'll get all that stuff in Jurassic June. So that's my new, like, my eyes are set on Jurassic June right now. I feel like that might be where we're leaning towards, because James Gunn is already out there shooting his movie for Superman, which comes out after Jurassic World 4. And, I don't know how far they've gotten, but they've been shooting, I think, for a few weeks now. And, like, it feels like that movie is so far ahead of where we are with Jurassic World. So, maybe by the time June rolls around, maybe we'll have some other information and we have maybe we'll get a poster and a movie title and like official press release for director and cast and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty big and pretty cool to do for Jurassic June. It made me wonder about, I guess, Jurassic June in general. And I was wondering, like, do we have anything that we're looking forward to? Is there anything that is kind of like right around the corner that we're supposed to get excited for? Is there anything that you'd like to see from Jurassic June? Because I didn't even, honestly, like, this year has been moving so fast that I just realized June is in a few weeks, and my mind was blown, and I was like, wait a minute, June is in a few weeks? How is that possible? So I got to start preparing for whatever we're going to do in Jurassic June. And of course, like, hopefully there's things to cover and things to talk about. There's always a lot of fan projects and different things in Jurassic June, but I'm excited that I feel like the potential is there for official announcements and things like that. So who knows? But what do you all think? Do you think Jurassic June's going to be the big announcement month? So Yaroslav says he handled it well. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was very like, yeah, it sounds like they're going to be doing a good thing. I'm really excited for what they've got. Yeah, you're right. He handled it well, but like, I got nothing out of that. So the Mesozoic Mind says, I feel like people are tired of the Jurassic World franchise and consider how Universal is rushing. This is making me worried. I think our only hope is the Primitive War movie. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I do feel like I don't think people are necessarily tired. I think these movies have still made $1 billion, every time around. And I think general audiences will be perfectly fine with it. I think when it comes to people being tired, it's social media. And social media is a very different beast. A lot of us here, if you're on here, you're probably like online all the time, like probably often, way too much, right? I'm talking to you specifically. I know you are probably online. Any of us are online way too much. So we end up seeing all these conversations and reactions and different things. And I feel like, especially with social media, everybody's feeding off of each other. And if this person doesn't like it, then 10 other people don't like it. And it turns into this big whole thing where people don't like Jurassic World. But like, if you just talk to random people on the street, they'll be like, yeah, it was fun. I had a good time with that movie. Whatever. It's Jurassic. It's dinosaurs. Wow, enough. But I feel like I don't know that everybody's going to be tired. And I feel like people will be excited. I don't know. I think people will be excited. Weren't there a bunch of plot details leaked too? I don't know. I haven't seen them, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen them. But if there was anything, I have no clue. Maybe you'll have to fill me in. But there was like speculation, I feel like, as far as maybe you're talking about there was like a so-called scooper, I think, on like Twitter who was saying things were part of the movie, and it turns out that person was just getting information from wherever they wanted or something, or just making stuff up. I don't really know. But Muslim Mill here says, I see random background casting calls out there, but I don't know how credible those things are. Yeah, I feel like I have seen something about casting calls. Yeah, and we did see like some studio news about like Sky Studios and also at the studios on Malta. So, yeah. I think we will get SDCC Comic-Con next month for Jurassic Park. Is it next month? I thought it was usually like in July. I would assume so. I would venture to guess we probably will. Hello, John. Hello. Caleb, I almost... Caleb, maybe you can answer this for me right now. I recorded something earlier, and I was listening to something that had the opening 4 notes motif, from the Jurassic Park theme where it goes do 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 do, and there's a version that has a gong after that 4-note motif, do 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 do, and there's a gong, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it's from, and maybe but I couldn't figure out. I was like trying to listen to a few different versions, and I gave up, and I was like, I don't know, I got other stuff to do. But if you can tell me, Caleb, that would be great. I would love that. I mean, it's too late now, but I just want to know for my own sake. Jurassic KM says, I feel like honestly expect Jurassic June to be a little quieter than the last couple of years, but hey, they can always surprise us. You expect it to be quieter than the last few years, but yet, like, last June was so quiet. I know it was like the 30th anniversary and there was tons of 30th stuff, out there, merchandise, some things to do, but like vocally, like they were silent basically. Oh yeah, okay, so we got the Chaos Theory Junior novel coming out in June. That's exciting. That'll be exciting to read. Can't wait to read that and get more info out of the junior novel. Did they do Dominion stuff this summer before it came out? I don't remember. I don't remember when anything was ever done. When that would be not a question for me because I can't remember. My memory is terrible. Locked on Golf says, I think Jurassic June is when we'll get the poster and name, but we won't get anything else till the end of the year. I don't think so. I feel like, we'll get the poster and the name, and casting and things like that. But anything else, I at least hope that we'll have some sort of surrogate for us to get information, kind of like Colin Trevorrow did with Jurassic World, where there was he did some postings here and there on social media about what was going on with the production. I really, really hope we get something like that too. Hey, and Jurassic Souls brings up survival. Yeah, there's a chance. Who knows? Maybe we could get some information on survival in Jurassic June. Yeah, Summer Games Fest update. Yeah, that would be awesome. Perfect. Yeah, trust me, bro. I know what's going on in this movie. SDC in July could be news too. I mean, I wouldn't bet on it just because I feel like they never do anything. Don't they? Never Universal, do they even go? I feel like they haven't done anything at SDCC. Did I say that too many letters? SD? No, I said that right. I just feel like they probably won't show up, but who knows? That would be nice. Oh, yeah. When they get to the island. I was thinking, and Yaroslav, thank you. I was thinking that as well, that it was in the Jurassic World score. But my mind kept going to the ye old visitor center. And I listened to it. I'm like, it's not in here. Where? But you're right. I'm pretty sure it's in the queue when they get to the island. Where was that? That's definitely it. That's definitely it. I remember that now. Okay. Okay, so Andy's saying poster and name at SDCC. Okay. So you think we're going to skip over Jurassic June, which is fairly possible. I think that's definitely a possibility of skipping over it. Yeah, and CinemaCon came and went, and there was nothing there, right, for Jurassic. So that just happened 2 weeks ago or so, right? So I was it 2 weeks? I don't know. It was fairly recently, but yeah, I don't know. Surprising. I mean, if they're on such a fast track with this movie, it just seems like it's never gonna happen. But I don't know. It will be fine. It'll be fine. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Everything will be fine. You hope Jurassic 7 explores more of dinosaur trafficking, and that part of Dominion was so cool. Yeah, that would be really cool if they did, kind of. I think there's so many stories that you could go from Dominion and say the trafficking ideas or different characters or whoever. You could even just skip ahead a few years and just not really have to talk about Dominion at all, but it would still be in that part of that world and part of that universe that they set. So we get a trailer next week. Hey, maybe I think you heard it here first. Yaroslav says it. We're getting the trailer for Jurassic World, whatever, Jurassic World next week. Speaking of the next movie, let's go to our next piece of news. And I'm just going to put this in quotes because who knows? So, Yaroslav, you brought this up to me, I don't know, yesterday maybe or so. And who knows what this could mean. But we've got Brian Tyler music out on Instagram. Just casually pointing at his Jurassic Park tee. Something we all do. We all do that. Look at me. That means I'm the composer. But it seems weird, right? I feel like it seems like it's indicating something. I don't know. I mean, maybe we're off base here, but I feel like the potential is there, right? It seems like you wouldn't just casually do that. Maybe he's trying to get the job. Maybe like I don't know. But like I'm trying to think. Is there anything? Did he work on anything with Gareth Edwards or anything like that? I don't know. I'm looking at his IMDb here because I forget half of the stuff that he's done. But we've got Abigail that just came out. Super Mario Brothers, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Scream. Oh wait, what are these? This is the music department. Okay, well, whatever. Composer. Let's talk about composer business. Same stuff. Basically, Fast X. Addams Family. I'm trying to like look through this quick. Oh, no, that's music department. My computer skipped around. How many music department things has he done? Oh my gosh. Let's see. All right, so composer for Rambo Last Blood, F9. It's very like nothing is super standing out. The Mummy movie from 2017. So a lot of Fast and Furious stuff. Power Rangers. Is he any Ron Wasserman? I don't know, but Avengers: Age of Ultron, Furious 7, Expendables 3, Thor: The Dark World, Iron Man 3. So nothing that really like jumps out as far as like scores that I've like truly loved. Terra Nova, which I forget. I mean, I'd have to go back and listen to a lot of this stuff because it's just not like jumping out at me. Now, yeah, Terra Nova. Caleb mentioned Terra Nova there. He's done the current Universal logo intro. Interesting. And yeah, I know Yaroslav pointed out a few things to me as well. That Alien versus Predator, is that what that is? R? What? Well, I don't know what the R stands for. Returns? Requiem. From 2007. And Eagle Eye. So I didn't see the Alien. I saw the Rambo 2008. And Eagle Eye. I forget the score. But I gotta say, like Fast and Furious, any of those movies, like I know the music. It's just like a dun 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 dun, just kind of like a driving force, pun intended. It's not necessarily like something that like I'm like, wow, that's like beautiful stuff. But like I recognize it. I know the stuff. And obviously like Avengers, Age of Ultron, I'm sure there's really great stuff in there. Thor: The Dark World, I'm sure has some interesting stuff. And outside of that, I just unfortunately don't know a lot of it. Mario, there was a lot. I don't know like what original stuff was done for that, but I have no idea. But as far as Jurassic's concerned, why not take a swing? Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm all for it. You know, if we're gonna move on from Michael Giacchino, which I feel like it's okay to move on. He did more than John Williams, which is pretty incredible. And he's a busy guy, and so why not give him a little bit of a break? But have somebody else come in there. Brian Tyler could be interesting. I have no idea. Again, I'm not as familiar with his work other than like Fast and Furious. And again, I've never really loved the Iron Man score, but he did, I think, Iron Man 3. I don't know if he did the other like first two or not. I don't remember, but yeah, I don't know. But I didn't really love the Iron Man stuff, so maybe 3 is better. I forget. I forget. That's the unfortunate thing. I forget most of the stuff. Alien and Predator Strike Back. Yeah. Iron Man score was good. Okay, if you say so. Stop listening. Yeah, I'll have to dive into it. I mean, I guess I'll have to dive into it. Who knows? He's just wearing a Jurassic Park shirt. And this was 23 hours ago, so literally just yesterday. But who knows? Maybe it's something. Maybe it's real. He was in the Hollywood Hills when he posted it. I don't know. I'd love to know more, and maybe we'll find out in Jurassic June. Who knows? So yeah, all right, let's move on to our final piece for today. And I don't have a thing for this. I don't have a button, at least. But I should have. Oh, no, I guess I don't. I guess I should make like a little card for this, but I don't. So let's go over to news. We'll talk some news. The Dino Times. Who are the NUBLAR 6? So, DreamWorks TV posted this on Instagram and probably some other places, but get caught up with the NUBLAR 6 and all they endured during the Jurassic World incident. So we've got some, I guess this is like an in-world magazine kind of thing. Meet the miraculous survivors of the Jurassic World catastrophe. I think this is pretty cool. Like getting people caught up on what happened to these characters, where they, have been since then or something. I'll be honest, I have not read these yet. But, I think stuff like this is pretty cool and a very quick and easy way to catch you up and get you right back on board with where the characters may have left off in the previous series without having to go back and watch 5 seasons. So let's see here. Back at Camp Cretaceous, I had to learn to trust myself and my friends to make it through. It was a terrifying experience, but what they were doing to those dinosaurs at that facility just wasn't right. Somebody had to do something. Kind of vague, Darius. What they were doing with those dinosaurs at that facility. Which facility? NUBLAR, I guess. What about the other place? Manticore Island. Since his return, Bowman has traveled all over the country giving talks about dinosaur conservation and has worked with the Department of Prehistoric Wildlife. All right, so that's Darius. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read your comments and read this as well. Ben, lots of words here for Ben. A brave soul against all odds. I was terrified at pretty much everything, he said. Germs, the dark non-organic snacks, and then all of a sudden we were up against actual dinosaurs. I found it in the middle, but then I lost it. Luckily, Pink has found an unlikely ally in baby Ankylosaurus named Bumpy. Bumpy is my best friend. She helped me face my fears and see how much I had to contribute to the group. We'll have to see if the campus office can make exception for Bumpy as Ben gets ready to start college in the fall. Interesting stuff there. Spot on, Ben. Sammy. Cattle rancher, dino wrangler. At least I was already used to wrangling big animals before that whole fiasco. There's really not much difference between a longhorn and a triceratops if you think about it. Back at home, Goodyear has maintained that positive attitude by staying busy. I have my own ranch now, and my girlfriend Yaz, and tons of pies to bake. We don't have time to keep worrying about all that running for our live stuff. Sorry, I can't read. So it says Sammy lived with her parents on a Texas ranch before Camp Cretaceous. So she got pies to make. It's a whole fiasco, I guess. Yaz. Let's see here. I wasn't used to feeling helpless before. I would just push through the finish line no matter what. NUBLAR made me realize you can't win all your races alone. That's nice. It's a nice little comment there. She credits her relationship with Sammy. I've been going through a lot of anxiety since coming back, and Sammy's been there constantly. I want to show her that I can be the strong person she sees in me. Yeah, I love, reading stuff like this and thinking back on all of Camp Cretaceous and the places their characters went, and the people that they were when they were in the back of that truck on their, as soon as they got to the island, they're driving to the camp, and then thinking about the characters that are in this picture here. I guess what is this picture from? Is this at home? But thinking about how they survived and went through so much stuff, that's pretty awesome. And the way that they've transformed over, mental health stuff, getting, a girlfriend in Sammy, and Ben overcoming all of his germs. And Darius just being strong in what he knows and who he is. Kenji is the cool kid, finds new family. He declined to comment on his father's incarceration. All that matters is my new family. They're the ones who always had my back. The Isla Nublar 6 have been instrumental in Kenji's return to normal life, from his relationship with Brooklyn to his best friend Darius. All I want to do is chill, I've moved out somewhere peaceful, started my climbing school. All is good in Casa de Kenji. And that's it. And I see that you're all... What was that voice? That was Ben, by the way. That was Ben. Did you not get that from Ben being on the page? I'm not going to comment on many other things, but I see that y'all mentioned... Nikolai said where Brooklyn's page would be after Kenji is ripped. Yeah, I didn't notice that before, to be honest. So nice call out there. Because as I was reading this, his relationship with Brooklyn, I thought that was interesting that the way they're talking about this. So yeah, I guess there should have been, because who are the NUBLAR 6? So there should be another page. Where is that other page? But yeah, I'm not going to comment on anything else, just so we're clear. But I thought those were cool. I think it's nice to be able to catch up and get a little bit of information as far as, where they've been, maybe how far they've come. And I think that's pretty cool. That is very exciting to at least start to form a little bit of information as far as what has been going on. And that's always awesome. To at least get any kind of information ahead of time is nice. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for Camp Cretaceous news. That being said, listen to the podcast in a few. Let's see. What is today? Today is the 8th. So, next week. Maybe next week. Yeah. That seems early. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe not next week. I don't know when we're going to post this stuff. Sometime in the near future. It depends on how we get everything recorded and everything. But we do have a lot of content coming up here. So be sure to tune in to the podcast. Check your feeds. Keep it live next week or so. It comes out on the 24th, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, it's good to get caught up with the camp fam. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, that's all I got for you. That's it. That's the whole thing. We talked about Jurassic World 4. We talked about Jurassic June. We talked about Chaos Theory, whatever this is called. And I'm excited. It's a good time. I think it's a good time to be a Jurassic fan. So we've got a lot going on, and hopefully Jurassic June brings a lot of fun stuff our way. But I'm excited. You're excited. Let's keep this excitement going. So for now, please go to our website, JurassicParkPodcast.com, and check out our latest episode talking all about chaos theory. And you get more information from me in that. No spoilers or anything, but just, information before I was able to not talk about it. So go check out that episode with myself, Tom, and Cretaceous Dave, who was here in the chat tonight. So thank you, Dave. And I don't know if you're still here, but thank you, Dave, for being on the show. And yeah. Definitely check out Dave's show, Cretaceous Campcast, wherever you can find podcasts and on social media. So, yeah, definitely check out that episode. And I just recorded a crossover with my other podcast, Grim Grinning Hosts. My buddy Hunter is going to be on the podcast this coming week on Monday. So definitely listen to the podcast on Monday, where we're going to talk all about Universal Orlando. We talked a little bit about Hollywood. We talked about Disney. We talked about all kinds of dinosaur content on the Jurassic Park podcast. And then we're going to do an episode on Star Wars merch for The Phantom Menace on Grim Grinning Hosts together. So we're recording that this week. And you'll be able to find that pretty soon. So that is Grim Grinning Hosts. And I haven't been on the Forcecast, but go check it out. I'm supposed to record something because there's been a lot to talk about, Star Wars wise, but go check it out anyway. But yeah, that's everything we got for you. So thank you so much. Please go follow us on social media, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You can find me as well on all those places, as well as Letterboxd. I'm on there leaving reviews for movies and different things. So please go join up on Letterboxd. Give me a follow. Also, you can find the podcast on all of these different podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, no, that's not a thing. Google Podcasts doesn't exist anymore. Amazon Music, Audible, places like that. But yeah, oh yeah, there's Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for being a part of it. And maybe once the season kicks off, we'll have you back on. And I have stuff to submit to you. I know, I'm so slow. I'm terrible. But at least you dropped everything to come on my show. I appreciate it, man. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. And be sure to tune into the podcast. And we'll have some more Camp Cretaceous, or whatever the show's called, Chaos Theory stuff for you pretty soon. Stay safe. Be kind. And as always, how do I hit the outro button? Enjoy.